Ladies and gentlemen, I am Yusril. The game is Star Trek Online. Season 13.5 has launched, and with it a new featured episode, Beyond the Nexus. This video is going to be doing a playthrough of that episode, so, well, I shouldn't need to say it, should I? There is a spoiler warning attached if you want to play through it and get all the surprises and experience, and would people keep not transwarping next to my ship? It's highly inconvenient. But if you don't want to get spoiled on Beyond the Nexus, then now would be an excellent moment to go and watch something else, one of my other videos. Maybe brew yourself a cup of tea. Something to help you relax while the cybernetic zombies, the psychopathic shape-shifting aliens, the 10,000 plus year old aliens that wanted to enslave and or kill us all, or just the Klingons. Anything, something to take your mind off it. Let's face it, when the Klingons look like a mild irritation, you know you're playing with the big boys. However, this episode is, as always, accessed through the journal. If it's your first time, you can go through this link here. If, however, you are on a replay, then you go through episodes, featured episode, and you can hook up the replay system immediately.
We recently received a distress signal from the USS Forrestal, a ship we thought was lost in the Nexus back in 2332. We sent the USS Madison out to investigate, but they haven't checked in for some time. Considering the Nexus is involved, they could be in trouble.
What do you mean, could
Madison's last known position was in the Rotanev system. Meet with the USS Challenger there to investigate the situation. Her captain has some experience with the Nexus.
As I remember Geordi in Generations, his experience with Nexus consisted of trying and failing to stop the Enterprise D from blowing itself sky high. Alright, half of the Enterprise D blowing itself sky high, thanks to a fluke hit from an antiquated bird of prey. Oh, and of course he so totally failed at sweeping his visor for bugs that, well, whoops, said fluke hit was actually possible in the first place. That is what you call a bad day at the office. Rewards, of course, are a little bit reduced. It's about 1/5 what you would normally expect for this mission. However, the console is pretty nice, and we'll also pick up the next-gen style high-density phaser rifle. You never know, that's always worth having. There are also a couple of other rewards that are going to unlock in later weeks, most notably the trilithium tricobalt torpedo launcher, the TTT launcher, the T3 launcher, the sod this, we're bored and don't care how illegal it is, let's just blow up a sun, and maybe 5/6 of a solar system as well. Or if you don't want to wait for the torpedo to get there, then you can take a speed of light phaser array instead, but at least it can't be shot down. Can of course be interrupted if someone just sticks something else in the way, so maybe stick to the torpedoes if you do indeed want to blow up a sun. We're heading to the Rotanev system, and by a curious coincidence, oh looky, it's here. And it is a binary star system with no settlements. Possibly because every 39.1 years the Nexus comes through and just, zoop, hoovers the whole system dry. Let's face it, you wouldn't build here either, would you? Begin the mission. Oh,
Good to see
looky.
you again. Looks like the two missing ships are here, although they're both in a disabled state. Neither of them have responded to our hails.
Oh, goody.
That's entirely possible. Even minimal exposure to the Nexus can be pretty disruptive to ship systems. I think we should take a closer look. Things could be worse than our initial scans have indicated.
So, let me get this straight, Geordi. You want me to take my ship close to the wibbly-wobbly timey-wimey that has already disabled 2 other starships in an effort to find out what disabled them. I'm seeing a small flaw in this plan. Can't we just send in a probe instead? No? Right, alright, okay, fine then. Reinforce shields, ahead 1/2, and let's just tiptoe one up to scanning range. Actually, make it ahead semi-full. I don't see you volunteering to take the Challenger in here, by the way. Oh, right, you're just going to leave me to do the dirty work, are you? Fine. Oh, we're being hailed. Hello, USS Madison. At least the radio works.
This ship's taken some damage here. Short-range comms are barely working, and we're experiencing widespread systems failure on all decks. Our Nexus defense screen's overloaded, and we were exposed to a full blast. We're lucky to be here. We could use your help.
Bridge to engineering. Those Nexus defense screens we're talking about. 1, do we have them? 2, are they working? 3, did anyone around here have anything to do with installing them? Oh, the Challenger.
Something's not right here. I worked on the Nexus Defense Screens project, and a catastrophic failure like that seems unlikely. In an overload situation like she described, the ship wouldn't be disabled. It'd be destroyed.
Ah, right. So the fact that they haven't gone boom is evidence that they're lying to us. I'm not sure whether I should be relieved by that or not. Okay, General Advance, let's go in and get a short-range scan. Because tiptoeing totally closer to a situation that we already suspect is bad is absolutely the right thing to do. It's just another day in Starfleet. Hey guys, we've brought the heavily armed battle cruiser, closing to scanning range. Okay, just a little bit further. Looks like 1 Galaxy and 1 Ambassador. All stop and scan the Madison. Let's see what we've got. No, that's a Monarch class, not a Galaxy. Right, so Nexus radiation, signs of minor combat damage. Oh. Oh. It's a trap, isn't it? Well, looks like he's 2 for 2 on Galaxy.
Fire just disrupted most of our systems. We're sitting ducks over here.
Excuse me a moment. Fire everything. There we go. Really, you want to play like that, do you? Lock sensors and... oh, there we are. Now that we've got you, just tag in the forward shields.
Still trying to figure out what they hit us with over here. Whatever it was, it knocked most of our systems out. We're running on emergency power. I think we'd better get over there and find out what's going on while we still have a functioning ship between us. Meet me at these coordinates on Deck 10.
Certainly. But given that you are now 2 for 2 on getting Galaxy-class ships junked by single hits, perhaps we could take someone else? Like, yeah, science officer. Actually, no, I've got science. Geordie's got engineering covered. Let's take tactical. Not Lyasara. Mirror, yeah, you're up. Hey, Geordie.
Looks like someone activated the security system on this deck. Fortunately, I know a thing or two about that system. The console here is offline, but there should be a functional one nearby in a holodeck. From there, we can access the system and shut the fields down.
That's good. It sounds like a plan. And, why did you beam over here with no security escort and wearing the shoot me shoulder uniform? Okay, and this console? I don't know, it looks pretty online to me, just not connected. Oh well, details, details, details. Pull out 1-203 rifle and let's go play high with these guys. Looks clear so far. Turbo lift there.
This holodeck's damaged. Let's try the next one.
Okay. Checks the holodeck. Yay! Right holodeck sound. Okay, 1 holodeck. They totally aren't going to lock us in here and activate a killer program, are they?
Let's get to work. With luck, we should be able to bypass the system and drop those... Wait.
When the chief engineer says wait in that tone of voice, the usual question is how far should I be running and how far do I need to be to avoid the bang?
Someone's loading up a holodeck program in here, and I've got a feeling it's not for R&R.
I'm going to wear this meme out. It's a trap.
Activating Program Barclay, 42 Epsilon. Safety protocols are disengaged.
Reg!
Please, help us! The Borg are everywhere!
You don't say! There are only 4 of them.
We'll have to survive the battle to leave.
Oh, right. That's nice. Would you mind shooting something? Even better. He actually does it. Shotgun time, I think. You, in the back. definitely in the back. No, you don't.
Last wave. Unless they change the program.
Oh, goody. They've changed the program, haven't they? Oh. Focus fire on that drone, get a scan, and also freeze in place. Now. Oh, I said freeze in place. Let's just... While I appreciate the fire support, would you mind not kill-stealing me? There we go. And Looty. Ooh, quantum mortar. Geordie, can you use that? No, right, okay, fine. Okay, are we done?
If there's anything I can do to repay you, anything at all.
Reg, I didn't know your taste ran to purple, among other things. Computer, pause program.
Definitely a Reg Barkley program. Let's get back to business. We'd better bypass security before they send more sparring partners to deal with.
Or just decide to load, oh, I don't know, program Outer Space 001 with the safeties off and full environmental realism. And leave us to suck our vacuum. Geordie, the console's over here, mate. Okay, fine. Engineers. Right. Bypass, bypass, bypass the circuits. Cut the wires. Perhaps I shouldn't take up a career in dilithium mining. You know, we could just do a macro bypass from about 20 yards over there with a grenade launcher. No?
Okay, that did it. Security systems are down on this deck, and they won't be putting us into another holodeck scenario anytime soon.
Excellent. Although I still say we could have done that much quicker with a grenade.
This is Commander Tafai. Please I repeat, if you can hear this, come to 10 forward at once. There's...
Another trap? Happy hour at the bar? No? Neither of those? Fine. Okay, fine.
Defenses just dropped. We require your... They are closing on a... Hurry. It won't be long before they attack.
Okay, who are they and what are they doing?
Someone's jamming that signal. We'd better get to 10 forward.
Yes, totally get to 10 forward. It absolutely, positively isn't going to be another trap. Okay, but at least the security fields are down, so let's go for a little exploration. Oh. Nope, we will not be breaking into the environment lead's quarters, although I'm sure they're exquisitely decorated. Ditto the environment artists. Or the other environment artists. Ha cryptic. Oh, nothing scary in the turbo lift. I suppose that's a relief. Let's see who else we got here. Oh, the art lead. Looks like they had all the arty types down on deck 10, next to the holodecks, the transporter, and 10 forward. I'm guessing this is a convenience thing. I mean, you get the arty types, they get hammered, they go into the holodecks, indulge their artistic sides, and depending on whether or not the captain approves, you've got the transporter for easy promotion and or disposal of the works, not the artists. Hey guys, so where's the trap? I mean, this just looks like a typical happy hour after the Makos came through. We didn't see any attackers.
Thank you for coming. The Madison has been taken over by hostile forces, and we are in dire need of assistance.
Ah, right. So, besides a typical Friday night with the Makos, what happened here?
We responded to a distress call from USS Forrestal, long thought lost to the Nexus. As we closed to assist, the Madison was struck by a potent beam of psionic energy. It disabled the ship and left us vulnerable to attack. Mind-controlled members of the Forrestal's crew then beamed over and took control of this vessel. We few are all that remain free.
Right. Okay, at this point I'm giving it even money between either the Vulcan being delusional, or this is actually what's happening and is... yeah. Okay. Well, what's behind this?
Tremendous psionic ability, formerly trapped within the Nexus. We believe it lured the Forrestal there in an escape attempt, which failed. Somehow, it was able to break free when the Nexus recently returned. Though powerful, there are limits to the alien's ability. The combat with your ship has weakened it considerably. Now is the time to strike. The controlled crew are bound to attack again soon.
Ah, right. Well, you set your phasers to stun, I will endeavour to set my bullets to maim, And if they
Picking
do,
up
well,
transport
we'll see.
signals, multiple contacts. We've got incoming.
You don't say. Set grenade to maim.
Enemy contacts inbound.
You don't say. Why are they beaming straight into this room anyway? Every single combat tactic says this is a bad idea. You end up disoriented, and then you just get shot to pieces. Oh, hi down there. Any chance for brew? No? No? Oh, fine. Okay, and, well, they appear to be non-meat puppeted again. Hey, you awake in there? Just... No, didn't notice me doing a dive roll over your head, so I'm assuming you're out of it. Geordie, what do we got?
Looks like we bought ourselves a little time. We should discuss our next move soon. You might talk with some of the survivors here for more information as well. Your call.
Thank you, Captain. Alright, you guys, you want to talk? Name, ranks, and serial number? You? No, fine, they're out of it. You, however. Hello, Ensign.
Ensign Rana, engineering. Sorry for staring, Captain LaForge. Your work on transwarp theory was required reading at the Academy. I never thought I'd actually meet you. Wish it were under different circumstances.
You'll note that his work on transwarp is required reading. His work on stopping starships blowing up is not. Okay, it was just one little warp core, but you know it is. You make one mistake and no one ever lets you forget it. Report, Ensign.
Well, they hit main engineering first. If you're going down there, be on your guard. Several of us tried to take it back a couple of days ago. They beamed in and took us by surprise. I was the only one to make it back here.
Don't let it wear you down, Ensign. We totally won't have you court-martialed and thrown out an airlock for being a dirty, filthy coward. I mean, honestly, getting taken by surprise by transporting assailants, they're the ones who are disoriented coming out of the beams. Right, anyone else? Ooh, the bartender. Hello, wait, what's an accompany doing on a Federation? Wow, we must really be doing accelerated recruitment, or we're just desperate for bar staff.
Am I glad to see you? Things were looking more than a little ugly until you got here. I'd pour you a drink, but all of the replicators went offline an hour ago.
So what happened to the traditional secret stash of the non-replicated genuine alcohol that every good bartender has? Oh, wait, no. Tuesday.
As good as can be, under the circumstances. Still amazed we haven't been, dominated by that alien. The commander thinks it's because we all come from a species with psionic abilities. As good a reason as any, I suppose.
I suppose, or it's completely dominated you as well and is just luring us into a trap to try to get a starship that isn't a shot-to-pieces wreck. Hey, it's possible. I mean, this is telepathy we're talking about. Paranoia is usually the best option, especially when you have phaser rifles warping around in mid-air. Not to mention the general wreckage and the handy, convenient excuses. Ensign, what do we got?
Ensign Seitel, security. Your arrival is most fortuitous. Our numbers have dwindled considerably since the enemy's initial assault. Until your arrival, I calculated our odds of survival at 4,286 to 1.
That's only if you're wearing red, Ensign. Speaking of which, where's your rank insignia? Then again, identifying yourself as an ensign's probably not a smart idea in this scenario. After all, that increases your odds of death to 6,722 on.
Difficult to fully assess at this juncture. However, I am willing to state that our odds have improved considerably. If all of you were psionics, our odds would be even better. The alien is quite ineffective against those with mental abilities.
Excellent, but since I don't have mental abilities and neither does LaForge, we're about to get turned into meat puppets, aren't we? Carry on, Ensign. Alright, Geordie, so we can safely assume that they're not talking garbage about the mind-controlling space alien that beamed in, hauled itself out of the Nexus, turned everybody into meat puppets and proceeded to grab 2 starships. What do you propose we do about it before the hangover wears off? Geordie? Oh yeah, down there.
I have a feeling these attacks will intensify as the alien gains strength. If we're going to do something to save this ship, we'll need to do it fast. Let's get down to main engineering. I think we can get a better grip on the security system there and use it to incapacitate both the hostile crew and the alien.
Or failing that, we can just blow the whole thing up. After all, you're an expert on that thing, aren't you?
Take these psionic inhibitors with you. We hope to use them on some of our dominated crewmates prior to your arrival. But I suspect they will serve you better at this time. They should protect you if the alien attempts to take control of your minds.
Yay! We are not going to be turned into heavily armed meat puppets. That is very appreciated. Thank you, Commander Tafai. And Ensign, don't worry, we're not going to take you down to engineering with us. You will not have to break any records for sprinting the length of the ship like a filthy coward again. That court-martial might still be on the cards, however. Right, to main engineering. Off we go. No, don't worry, I'm not going to break into anyone's quarters. I'm sure they're exquisitely decorated, but we have other priorities at the moment. Besides, all the doors are locked. Right, so one turbo lift, one main engineering deck, and with a bit of luck, nobody's standing there ready to toss a grenade in when we get to the bottom. Excellent, there is nobody standing down here to toss a grenade in when we get to the bottom. Okay. Main engineer... Oh, come on, guys, you aren't even trying. Have some frosty, and then have a grenade, and then set bullets to maim.
And reinforcements.
This is why you transferred out of operations, isn't it, Geordie? You're about 30 seconds too late. Oh, I tell a lie, there are some more around there. Ensign Rock, would you mind just going and having a quick word with those engineers and persuading them to vacate this vessel? That's a good Ensign Rock. Off you go. We'll just wait over here for the screams to stop. And put them all on ice again. Oh, he's getting close. Let the shields rebuild. And also wait for this routing effect to wear off. Oh, never mind. Forget waiting for the route effect to wear off. The ensign was extremely helpful.
Heads up. More hostiles incoming.
Really? There? Well, this is why you don't beam straight into an assault situation. You get flanked and incapacitated almost immediately. But do they listen? Nope. You think a tactical lieutenant would know better? Apparently not. Oh, headshots. And instant defrost as well. Don't worry, the ice will... There we go, that's worn off.
You've got a couple of problems here. Main power's offline, and there's a lot of Nexus radiation getting past the screens. I'll handle the power situation while you deal with the radiation. Once that's done, we can bring the security systems back online.
Excellent. Well, all our friends here are suitably outfit. We've grabbed a lockbox. Well, that's kind of handy. And while everyone here is recovering from the worst hangovers they'll ever have, although I suspect none of them have ever gone drinking with Mako, we'll just recalibrate some screens to stop the radiation frying our brains. Yay! Calibrate, calibrate, don't want to fry. I like my brain in one... no, that's completely garbage singing, isn't it? Right, keep the calibration coming. Oh dear. Speaking of fried, Mira's unconscious. I should probably go and do something about that. Excellent. Right, so let's...
Radiation levels are back in the safe zone, and I've managed to prime the warp core. Give me a hand with it, and we can restore main power.
Totally. If you don't mind, though, I am going to unfry my security officer. It's just one of those things. I need a meat shield. There we go. And if you've stopped having your nap, Commander, let's go, Wait. You want me to go in there and manually restart Walker? I've seen the movie. I know how this ends. Okay. Well, no clouds of gas, no smiling happy faces. And it doesn't look like we're going to need a pair of gloves either. Restore warp power. Poke, prod, poke, prod.
Main power's back online, and warp core is stable.
Yay!
Activated most of the security systems, but it looks like the bridge is still under enemy control. It's a good bet that's where the alien is.
Excellent. Let's just beam everyone off the bridge and into one of the cargo bays. No? No, we're actually going to have to storm the bridge, one of the most heavily defended areas on the ship. Geordie, we really need to discuss your tactical planning, or lack thereof. Okay, well that's patched him up. As I said, there's a reason the man transferred out of operations. Probably kept failing all his tactical scenarios. Alright, also, let's just loot this place dry. Ooh, Tullaberry wine, eh? Oh, not bad. Inventory's full, and we'll pass on the augmentation armor. Don't really need credits anymore. Okay, so what do we got? Flashy. Oh, yes, that big dome on the top is the bridge. They have to label it. It tells you the quality of academy graduates these days. Right, turbo lift to the bridge, and with a bit of luck again, nobody with a grenade.
This ship and all upon it belong to Cosmo.
Starfleet disagrees with you on that.
Your words mean nothing. Kill them. Kill them now.
Oh, great. Kaj, I like the all-black outfit. I mean, it's better than those prison duds you were wearing.
To assist you.
That's nice. I'm just going to duck into cover. And then we'll just... bullets to maim on the officer. Oh, right. Hi. Okay, fine. Let's call in some backup. And while you're taking care of those guys, I am just going to take out... There we are. Use my melee attack. I don't really need to use my melee attack. And he is... Yeah, good job, everybody, including duplicate me's. Where's he gone? Where's the mind-controlling space alien gone?
I'm reading
Guys?
alien on sensors. It's back on the forestall. This isn't over yet.
Ah, right, that's where it went. Why do I even ask these questions? Recommendations?
Challenger might be able to fight, but most of this ship's crew is unconscious. Beam back to your ship and deal with the forestall. I'll do what I can here to get the shields up and keep the Madison in one piece.
Excellent. I mean, we don't want you going 2 for 2 on Galaxy classes getting blown up, do we? And before we do that, let's just take a wee rummage round, because... Oh. Aha! A lounging up... Oh, honestly. Well, kinda shiny. Of course, the Nexus is in front of us, so it wouldn't be visible from here. Computer called data files. It's just... Oh, that's locked. And I wonder if there's anything of note in the ready room. Hang on, what's all that schematic? Haha, nice touch. They've got a schematic from the briefing on the Nexus, haven't they? Okay, also, not in red alert lighting, but I suppose you wouldn't really want to have anything nasty and disturbing and panic-inducing in the observation lounge, would you? Emergency turbo. You know, it's not much of an emergency lift if it doesn't work in an emergency. And, ooh, turbo lift here is busted, but ready room, ooh, shiny. Looks like he had a Miranda, well, so did everyone else. A Vulcan Idic. Actually, it was a she, wasn't it? At least I think it was a she. And one side quarter there. One lionfish. Yeah, hello, you. Is that just a live lionfish, or is it just the traditional replica after everyone decided to imitate Johnny Picard? Yeah, well, it's a nice place anyway. And a portrait of your own ship. Little egocentric, but there you go. And, of course, the bridge. Well, I think we're done here. You guys... you can keep the Utaberries. I hear they're good for dealing with phaser-caused hangovers. Also, possibly the large hole you have in your body after I shot you. Right. So, back to the ship.
I'm reading the alien. The Challenger...
Yes, thank you. We're done here. Energize. Okay, so we have one Challenger, and oh, it's the Forrestal. What a surprise. Hello, Mr. Jailbreaker. Do you want to do this reasonably, or are we gonna have to do it the pew-pew way?
Shall the battle continue? Shall you strike me anew again and again until nothing remains?
Poetic, isn't he? No, I kinda want that ship back in more or less one piece, so if you want to surrender, that would be absolutely brilliant.
Once I was imprisoned within the Nexus, cast away for defying those who call themselves my rulers. And now a new jailer comes, demanding submission.
Hey, you were the one who jacked the ship. And anyway, what does God need with a starship? Release the ship and her crew. I realise you're not going to actually do it, but that would... Hey, he might. I have to ask.
No, I need this ship and everyone on it. They give me what I need to return home and avenge my imprisonment. I will not give them up.
Well, I can't say I didn't see that one coming. Tactical, fire to disable. That's nice. If you want to just look over the other way, we will take this guy out nice and quick. Shield should collapse pretty rapidly, and then the next couple of shots should, pretty much junk his systems. And you know what? Launch torpedoes. Are you dead yet? He's actually making a pretty decent fight of it. Fine. Target, tractor repulse. Just shove him nicely out of range, and then yoink, there we go, that's the end of him. And I need to go explain to Starfleet why I've junked 2 ships in a day and they weren't even the enemies. Do you want to talk now?
It seems I am at your mercy. Will you strike the killing blow now, as is your right?
No, we'll stick you in a nice side-proofed room and then decide what we're going to do with you. I mean, if we kill you right now, we have to wreck a starship and kill all the crew, so I'm really not willing to do that.
If that is to be my fate, I yield. The ship and crew are yours. It is an unexpected mercy, one I would not extend to a vanquished foe on the battlefield. Much has changed since my banishment to the Nexus.
Yeah, like the fact that you're probably nowhere near home. The people who banished you are long since dead. I mean, this whole wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey thing. Oh, and, yeah, we're not the people who jailed you, so can we just talk this over? Maybe we can pump you for some information about your species? I mean, let's face it, has anyone else seen a black with green glow, highly psionic race of aliens with a big revenge thing and little light on the Mercy? Because I don't remember them at all. Yeah, I didn't think so either. He's going to be a goldmine of info. Right. Oh, Geordie.
Nicely done. I was able to get a call into Starfleet, and we should have backup here soon. In the meantime, I'll keep working with the crews of the disabled ships. We'll have them up and running again in no time.
Oh, goody. I should probably go and explain to Jarrell why we're going to have to call in the insurance on both of these ships. Again.
You saved a lot of lives here today. You showed mercy to someone who wasn't inclined to return the favor. That goes a long way, in my book.
Well, he had a starship and several hundred crew on board, and I couldn't take him out without taking them out as well. So, hey, talking works occasionally, when encouraged by a little bit of pew-pew.
You're welcome. Once we're done here, we'll go back to working with the Lucari on a big project. I've enjoyed seeing their protomatter technology firsthand. Hopefully, we won't run into any Zenkethi trouble while we're out there. I'd rather not see their protomatter weapon in action if I can avoid it.
Has anyone ever told you that you're a colossal jinx and you should stop saying things like that on board a starship? Or just in Starfleet in general? No? Well, you're still doing it after, what, 40, 50 years in the fleet now? Not sure. Anyhow, safe travels, Captain, in what's left of your 3 ships. And may it be a long time before I have to do this again. All decks reports in. We are secured and ready for warp. Let's depart the system. I suppose I could have tried flying into the Nexus, but, you know, spending 34 years wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimeying around really doesn't suit. I'd have to... Well, maybe it'd be a good way to come back to Star Trek Online 2 if there's ever going to be anything of that ilk. Anyhow, that is Beyond the Nexus, ladies and gentlemen. Rather a short and basic episode. A lot of good Easter eggs, a lot of detail. Obviously, they got LeVar Burton in. I'm And of course they are teasing the new holding and a new red alert. Suffice it to say that Geordi is not going to get what he wants regarding the Zenkethi protomatter weapon, but we'll see how that plays out. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I have been Yusril, and farewell.